Let's go to Bradley Johnson. He wants to know, and boy, this is an interesting question. What was your reaction the first time Vince lost his mind on you through the headset? Did you get a heads up from the other broadcasters that that was very likely to happen?
No, not really. It wasn't unpredictable. Vince is very competitive and uh, very demanding. But I work for Bill Watts. You don't think Bill Watts wasn't demanding? It's just the fact that in those days, Bill didn't have the same uh, communication system that Vince has. Vince can reach out and talk to you at any point, at any time about anything, and he had things on his mind. Vince he has no patience, and you just have to deal with it. And if you're not, unless you're a poor me guy, and I wasn't, because I got my ass chewed out on air many, many times. So it's just something you deal with, man. It's just something. He's the boss. He's writing the checks. He's paying me very, very well. So why would I complain about that type of criticism? It was just constructive criticism that was delivered in a very firm and no bullshit way. And so I dealt with it just fine.
KC wants to know, does JR think this current generation of wrestling commentators sometimes talk too much? It seems like some just don't know how to quote unquote lay out, or they're more concerned about getting themselves over instead of the talent. I don't know if I agree with that, but Jim, you obviously know more about wrestling announcing than any of us could ever imagine. Do you think that the modern announcers don't lay out enough?
I do. I do,
Okay.
quite frankly. I think they should let the pitchers speak more volumes than not. And laying out is an art form. It's not a matter if you lay out; it's a matter of when you lay out, and let the action on the television screen speak for itself. And I think they could do a better job and a better service to their brand and the product if they laid out just a little bit more and let things evolve and then react to that as opposed to just filling time and, as you said, getting themselves over. That don't work for me.
Another question here from Charlie Murphy Jacks. This is an interesting one. If JR could book his last match to call using only active wrestlers from any promotion, who would it be?
That's a tough question because there's so many good talents out there. Probably something that involves Kenny Omega, Will Ospreay. There's a lot of great AEW talents that I would give the opportunity to close the show, shall we say, and go about their business. AEW is very fortunate right now that we have a lot of great talents that could fill that role. Uh, but two names that come to mind are Omega and uh, who did I mention? Omega and somebody. I'm distracted here. Uh, but Omega's one that you always want on your card to close the show if you can. That makes sense because he's always going to deliver, always going to deliver. But the roster of quality talent in AEW is growing. A year or two ago, you wouldn't have thought about Hangman Adam Page or some of these other cats that we're seeing on TV. Most of those guys, Connie, are entering their prime. Most of those guys will never be as good in the future as they are today, and I look at that very realistically. Omega's tried and true. He knows how to deliver in the big moment. I'm excited about Omega and Okada. I'm a big Okada fan. He's smooth as silk, and I love to watch him work. He just does a great job. And my first introduction to him was on the New Japan shows. I don't think we've even come close to seeing the very best of Okada as we're going to see. He's young and he's healthy, and he's, like I said, he's smooth as he can be. So I like him a lot. But Omega would take one of those spots up in the main event without question. But there are a lot of other guys on the AEW show that we'll see on Saturday that are going to turn our heads. That's the thing about the AEW roster, is that they're very competitive, and they do a good job of trying to position themselves as the star of the show. And I encourage them to continue that philosophy.
No doubt about it. We are live here, and I hope that you have made plans to join us. If you haven't already, I want you to go right now to grillingjr.com, hit the subscribe button, turn on the notifications bell. You don't want to miss us the next time we're live. Grillingjr.com is just our YouTube, but it's totally free. We want it to be easy to find for you. So just type it in your browser right now, grillingjr.com, hit that subscribe button, turn on the notifications bell. You won't miss us the next time we're live. Pete Shue has a great question. He says, Jim, you've called a lot of great matches for a lot of great promotions. When do you think you were at your best? I mean, you were great calling a world title match in Crockett, helping make Mid-South and the UWF the most exciting TV on television, and helping get the stories in the WWE over. You know, I do want to have a style conversation in just a minute, but when you think back on your personal performance through your career, is there an era or a time of your career where you think, man, I was at my best right then? That's some of my best work. I'm most proudest of that. What would that be?
Probably Steamboat and Flair.
Okay.
Would be one choice. There are a lot of choices that one could go to and single out, but probably Steamboat and Flair would have to be on my short list of great matches that I had the privilege of calling, because they just got along so well. They had great chemistry. You know, I don't know that they ever had a pre-match conversation about, okay, you do this and then I'll do that, and we'll make this work. They just had such natural chemistry that wasn't necessary. And when you get two guys that have that kind of chemistry, you know you're on the right road to a winning formula.
Don't we all love summer vacation, relaxing, laying out by the pool, barbecues, hitting the beach, doing, well, nothing? Well, how about a summer vacation from your house payments? With SaveWithConrad.com, you can do just that. Reduce your monthly payments by making the equity you built up in your home work for you. You can roll together those high interest rate credit cards into one lower monthly payment, and perhaps access some of that newfound equity to turn your house into your dream home with no money out of pocket. And how about this? You get to skip your next two house payments. That's right. You won't have to make your June or your July house payment. You're done until August 1st. Go right now to SaveWithConrad.com. Let my team run the numbers for you for free. There's no obligation, and if we can't help you save some cash, we won't waste your time. And did I mention we're offering a 3-year guarantee right now? That's right. That means if at any point interest rates improve over the next 3 years, you get a free refi. That's right. No new lender fees from us. So you get to save money now without wasting money later when the rates improve on a whole second set of closing costs. Why not go to SaveWithConrad.com and get a guarantee? Save money now and save money later with your friend in the mortgage business. That's me, Conrad Thompson at SaveWithConrad.com. Shoot me an email at Conrad@SaveWithConrad.com. Give us a call at 888-425-0105. Or get yourself a quick quote, even talk to a live person right now at SaveWithConrad.com. NMLS number 2129, equal housing lender. Let's take a summer vacation from house payments at SaveWithConrad.com.